Our continuing coverage of Democracy 2010. There's just a handful of days left until Tuesday's primary. Some of the biggest races are getting tighter. The push for the Republican governor's ticket and the Democrat ticket for U.S. Senate have the candidates today running nonstop. It was a frenzied Friday for Florida's candidates. Governor hopefuls Bill McCollum and Rick Scott began by crisscrossing the state. McCollum making a stop in Tampa this afternoon to tour the Gulf Marine Repair Corporation and trying to sway a large portion of voters still on the fence.
This race has boiled down to a question of character, honesty, integrity, trust, and records. Who do you trust for leadership?
McCollum's Republican challenger, Rick Scott, spent most of his day in Miami as part of what he is calling a grassroots tour with his supporters. Early polls show Scott's push on the TV airwaves has resonated with potential voters.
You know, that's why I'm doing all this week, is to continue to talk about this, my plan to get Florida back to work.
In the hotly contested Democratic primary for U.S. Senate, Jeff Green spent part of his day in Jacksonville, continuing his push to keep the pressure on Kendrick Meek.
This is Florida. This is the Sunshine State. We need to fight for, you know, the greatest solar technology companies here. We need to develop wind technology.
There was no rest for Kendrick Meek today either, spending his morning in the Bay Area. Meek was at the College Hill Branch Library in Tampa, reminding voters they still have time to vote early if they couldn't make it to the polls on Tuesday.
After we win this primary, after we defeat a billionaire, it's really going to make a statement statewide and nationally that we have the message that people are very, very interested in hearing.
Important to note here, if you can't make it to the polls on Tuesday, early voting is still a possibility, but ends tomorrow. Be sure to join us this Tuesday evening, August the 24th, for coverage of Democracy 2010 primary night. We're going to be tracking election results all night, bringing you the very latest, as well as live reports with all the behind-the-scenes action at various campaign headquarters across the state. To research more about the candidates before Tuesday's primary, we have everything you need to know on our website at abcactionnews.com/politics.